week one, obviously Chargers in Brazil. And I'll say this: I know Chargers fans are really pissed off about this, and I know they deemed to choose the Kansas City Chiefs game as their home game. I don't know what reason they did for it, but the Chargers fans are pissed off about it, saying that the wasting a game against the Kansas City Chiefs, a home game against the Chiefs away in Brazil, wasn't the smartest move. But nonetheless, hey, we get to play. Not that it mattered anyway, because SoFi Stadium, Mahomes is undefeated in SoFi Stadium, so it really doesn't matter where we play them. But nonetheless, Chargers lose a home game in Brazil. So so we start off the year on a Friday night, which is fun. But in Brazil, what do you guys make of that? That's like the big one.
I think, man, it's really kind of the trip to overall, really. I think it's just wearing players out. But I would, to be honest with you, as a player, I would find it fun to go somewhere, a different country, go play. I always wanted to do that when I was playing here in the league, and just never had a chance and opportunity. But to go and play in Brazil, like your first game of the season, I think that's awesome. It's the travel and everything around it, man, is just the one that really kind of wears you down. But if they don't have any more problems like they did last year, everybody was kind of complaining about the field, right? Marcus?
Yeah, it was field conditions as well as players. Some players didn't feel they were safe there because they were issued warnings by the NFL not to leave their hotels. There was a few different things with that, but obviously they brought the game back to Brazil, so obviously there was nothing too concerning there. Yeah, Teja, any thoughts about stealing a division game away from the home team?
I like that it's week one, so they don't have to juggle getting back from another city or trying to squeeze it in between weeks. It was smarter than to do the week one. That way, the guys are, well rested coming off of the offseason. If anything, I mean, the most brutal ones are the ones that you have to stay in London for 2 weeks because you have to play 2 back-to-back. That's brutal to squeeze it in. But if I was a player, I'd be better off hearing that it was at least week one. I mean, stealing week one. I mean, stealing the home. I had my notes that actually, it's like there'd be more KC fans and LA fans in that stadium. Well, what are they worried about? Well, seriously, home game. I mean,
yeah.
If I were them, I would rather play against a mediocre opponent at LA. At least it'd be somewhat of a home field advantage for them, kind of.
No, I agree. Yeah, Eric Hendrickson says, what difference does it make? SoFi Stadium is Arrowhead West, which is, pretty much all the Charger stadiums have always been Arrowhead West, whether it be San Diego or LA.
Yeah. For big fan bases, SoFi is away team West, okay, for most big fan bases.
Yeah. So, I'll quickly just kind of go down. So then we go week 2, we host Philadelphia. Week 3 at New York. That's a Monday night game. So first Monday night game of the year there for us, week 3. No, it's Sunday night. Sunday night. Yeah. Yeah. Week 4, we host Baltimore. Week 5 at Jacksonville, and that's a Monday night game. Interesting choice for a Monday night game, Jacksonville. I get putting us on prime time, but Jacksonville, that's the game you go with? I don't know. I guess
I wonder what the metrics are on that. Yeah, maybe after all these years of putting them at international, maybe they have more of an international following now. I don't know what the metrics are behind that, but I'm sure there is some kind of marketing for there.
Must be, but who in England's staying up to watch Jacksonville, Kansas City over there? But I will say, the Chiefs actually did become one of the higher selling jerseys over there in Europe over the last few years. It wasn't because of LRZ. I think it was the Mahomes and Kelsey factor, the Kelsey Swift factor. So maybe internationally it's a big deal, and then kind of what you said with Jacksonville being a London team. Maybe there is kind of an international following with that. I don't know. But that's our first Monday Night Football game. Then the following week we host Detroit, Sunday Night Football, so another primetime game. We honestly don't need to get, if you are someone who lives out of state and not in Missouri, you don't need to get NFL Sunday ticket this year. You can just literally just go as is and just watch every game on national television. Week 7 hosting the Raiders. It's just a CBS game. The week 8, Monday Night Football, Commanders hosting the Commanders. Week 9 at Buffalo on CBS. Then we got week 10 bye week, and that I'm sure everyone is really happy about. JD, we talked about the bye week. Remember last year we had a week 4, and then we played pretty much 23 straight weeks. Week 10 this year, so they go right down the middle, which is perfect. I'm sure Chief players are rejoicing at that. Week 11 at Denver. Week 12 hosting Indianapolis. Week 13. Your Chief Concerns show will be doing a post-game show on Thanksgiving, guys. Might not be the longest show, but we'll have a post-game show on Thanksgiving. So at Dallas on Thanksgiving, so that'll be fun to kind of spend a Thanksgiving with our pals at Chief Concerns here. Week 14 hosting Houston on Sunday Night Football. Week 15 hosting the Chargers. Week 16 Cam Ward will be going to Tennessee. And then week 17, hosting the Broncos on Christmas, the nightcap for Christmas on TNF on Amazon Prime. So TG will be hosting that one on Christmas Day night. But yeah, that'll be the main game for that one, the main card. And then week 18 at Raiders. Kind of unfortunate about that. I don't like that. We have such a great record against the Raiders at Allegiant Stadium for that to be like a meaningless game of the week 18 season. I'm maybe knock a wood here, but I'm saying we're going to be pretty much clinching the division and everything by that point. So this game might be a meaningless game, kind of like last year against Denver. So it's unfortunate because I'd rather have that game be in the middle of the season to dominate at Allegiant Stadium, but that's, I guess, small potatoes. But guys, overall, based on just overall takes, we'll kind of get into things that schedule makers got wrong. But just looking at that schedule, was it scream to you? Hard schedule, easy schedule? What do you guys make overall take?
It's a pretty tough schedule, man. I mean, shoot, you got some heavy hitters in here. I mean, the first half and the second half too. Obviously, the guys that's going to be in our division that's always going to be rough, especially with the coaches they have now and the guys that they acquired in free agency and in the draft. It's not going to be just an easy ride. It's not. Everybody's gotten much better, but I think that what we've done is we up to the places that we needed to. Just doesn't make us that much better than everybody else as well. So the first part of the schedule, obviously you're sitting over looking at Baltimore, Detroit, Washington, and Buffalo, right? And Philly. So that it's a rough stretch right there. First 9 games, man. We're going to be hitting some folks in the mouth. So I think this is the one thing it's going to do is it's going to go ahead and fortify us for the second half coming through.
They're definitely a lot more forgiving this season for the following reasons, though. We don't have to play 5 games in like 18 days, whatever that stupid stretch was last year. That was just crazy. The Brazil game, I love that it's week 1. We don't have to play 2 road games in a row, if you notice that, which is pretty interesting. And last year, I think we even had like a 2 or 3 game stretch. I think maybe even a 3 game stretch. It looks like we only have one really true short week where we play Washington on Monday Night Football and then the Bills, a normal game the following Sunday. There's another one that's close to that where we play the Jags Monday Night Football and then the following week Sunday night. But that's kind of, at least they're both night games, right? So we only have one true like short week. It's pretty well balanced. We have 6 playoff teams pre-bye, 5 playoff teams or games post-bye. And maybe my favorite thing, the week 10 bye is right before the trade deadline. So, which gives us an extra additional week to get someone acquainted in case we make a deal.
That's a good point. The trade deadline. I mean, because I know we love our rosters every year, but every year we're making deadline deals. So, I mean, that is, we usually make them about a week or 2 before the deadline. But yeah, nonetheless, that gives us that flexibility there. So yeah, definitely gotta love that. Yeah, but all in all, it is a tough schedule. That we're gonna be definitely be tested like we are every year, but definitely gonna be tested this year with the AFC West. Everyone's kind of adding to their arsenal, or storing an arsenal like the Raiders because they didn't really have much of anything. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting as far as the schedule from top to bottom. Everyone kind of says that consensusly in the chat that is a tough year.
11 playoff games from last year's playoff teams. 11 games. Yeah, that's a lot. We're lucky we're playing the AFC South.
I know, right? Yeah, it's a nice little pass there.
But it balances because we're playing the NFC East, which had 3 playoff teams. So you're playing the team from the NFC. Really?
2. Just Commanders and Eagles. Yeah. Cowboys and Giants.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I just keep thinking Cowboys are getting in.
Yeah, they're talked about enough like they would be a playoff team every year.
I know. It just goes to show you it's subliminal. It just gets in your head after they first take rams it into your head for every week for all season. Okay, so 2 playoff teams. That's not too bad.
No, it's not bad. All right,
I
so
I think this thing really kind of forges us, for what we're trying to do. When I was on the how about those Chiefs? Give a shout out, man, to Cole on the show from last night. I was just telling them, man, this is without a doubt a reckoning for us. Okay, we got embarrassed in the Super Bowl, and to be honest with you, I don't think we would want it any other type of way. I don't think we want an easy road. And part of the problem is because everybody's seeing that it was something else. It was never the Chiefs and their talent. It was always something else, right? It was always the refs helping us out, us getting lucky, blocking a field goal at the end of the game or something happening, getting a penalty. But it was never about the Chiefs and their talent. It's never about, when we were good enough. You kept talking about us having an over-the-heel tight end who still caught 90-something balls. We had a rookie that they said wasn't going to do anything. He was too skinny to make any plays. All he did was hit him over the head. We lost our 2 receivers in Hollywood Brown and Rashid Rice. We lost Pacheco. We brought in Kareem Hunt that we got him from the bottom of the boat out there in Cleveland, right? And so he comes in. He does a great job. And so we had a young guy in Carson Steele that was running the football, started out in Atlanta. And so all of a sudden we lose our left tackle. We didn't know who was going to be the guy, right? King Suma wasn't ready. Wanya Morris kind of looked the part, but he didn't deliver like everybody thought. He was a little hurt. And then we had to move our best lineman, a left guard, out to tackle. And guess what? We was able to get to where we needed to get to. But we didn't deliver at the big dance. That was part of the problem, right? Kind of got embarrassed. And everybody was sitting there saying, oh, told you so. They were contenders all season. Chiefs, all they did, man, they were doing all that talk. Refs helped them out. Every little meme you see of refs is always wearing a Chiefs jersey, right? So I'm sitting there saying, this right here, I wouldn't want it any other way. If I was playing, I wouldn't want it any other type of way. If it's going to be Travis Kelce's last year, and from all, conversation and measures from what he says it is, right? I think you go out swinging and you swing for the fences. So each and every team that you play, right? Oh, start with the Ravens, hit them over the head. Philly, boop, uppercut on them jokers, right? And then you start just toe tapping on everybody else. Detroit Lions. So you finish up the first half of the schedule, right? Knocking everybody down. Second half, you letting everybody on notice like we are coming for the championship, okay? We got beat last year, but it's not going to happen again. Patrick Mahomes got a new haircut. We got some new guys that come out here to come play. We got a defense, some guys on the back end and in the front side that's going to be able to come and get you. So I think, man, these guys, this is what they want. I think any of those guys are sitting over there rubbing their hands together saying, thank you, God, right down for this. Thank you. Because it's exactly what we wanted to see. Okay? So all the doubters, all the haters, and everybody else that didn't have our back, we got something to prove to everybody. So I love it. I love this schedule. I love seeing it.
And another thing that just kind of stands out to me is we play Philly, Baltimore, Detroit, and Commanders, and those are all home games for us. And I mean, those are some of the toughest games on the schedule. I mean, the tougher games that we have on the road, forget division for a second, is Buffalo, which, we always have a regular season. It's like a regular season block where you can't really beat them in the regular season. This is at Buffalo. So, we kind of lucked out with how those games, how we have the home games we have against Philly, Baltimore, Detroit. I love their home games. Doesn't take away, they're still tough tests, but to have those tough tests at home, I think that's a nice thing for us. So, while they're tough games, at least they're in Arrowhead. So that is, we do have the favorite for that. So, hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.